Okay, I get it. We've all heard our high school teachers saying that college is going to be hard, it's going to be so difficult, our instructors are not going to listen to us, and they will not care about what we think. But the truth is... Half a day. That's not my intro. Yoyo everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very different video because we're going to be doing a Q&A, sit down and talk about how to succeed in college, coming from a 4.0 GPA student who is also graduating as summa cum laude. Woo! This is one of my most asked videos to do, but also a video that I'm very passionate about, so it took me a little while to be able to produce this video, but I'm so excited to do this because I am answering some questions, and I'm also going to be giving some tips and tricks on how to succeed in college, and what worked for me to be able to achieve my 4.0 GPA and also be graduating with a summa cum laude award. So yeah. So I feel like it's very fitting if I start with my stats first. My stats is... Okay. So I feel like it's very fitting if I start with my stats first. I'm going to be starting with my stats in high school. I graduated from the Marianas High School at the age of 16. I was an early graduate, graduating in 3 years in 2021. And then I had opportunities to go off island to go to colleges like the University of Minnesota and also different colleges in California. But because of the pandemic, I decided to stay in the Northern Mariana Islands, specifically Saipan, to continue my education. So I went to the Northern Marianas College in 2021, pursuing my Associates of Science in Nursing. That was my first major that I decided to do. I wanted to do another major on top of that, which is the Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts with an emphasis in social work. And now I have my third major, which is the Bachelor of Science in Education with a concentration of rehabilitation and human services. I'm graduating this spring 2025 with my AA in Liberal Arts with an emphasis in social work, and I am graduating with a 4.0 GPA and also a summa cum laude highest honor, which I'm so grateful for, that I'm able to be here and to continue doing something that I love with a passion that continues to move forward. That is the stats that I have so far, and I'm currently doing my bachelor's right now, so you might see a end of bachelor's video similar to this pretty soon. So I asked some people on my Instagram to give me questions in terms of how to succeed in college. A lot of the questions were amazing. Thank you guys so much for giving me these questions, and I wanted to answer some of them or most of them to be able to really get to the core of it all and how I got here. So the first question is, what is your preferred study time? This one is a very good question, and it might vary for a lot of people, but you need to pick a time where you feel the most willing to do something without any distractions. So in my opinion, that time for me is around nighttime, and it's so bad because when I say nighttime, I mean 12 a.m. So I do a lot of work at 12 a.m. because there is no distractions whatsoever, and I just feel more energetic to do work. I don't know why. There's something about doing work at night because no one else is awake probably, and I don't hear any like noise. And so yeah, I definitely prefer studying at night because there's no distractions. Everything is just a focus on the work that I'm doing for any of my courses. But it's very important that you find the time that you feel is very beneficial for you. Maybe distraction is not the main problem that you have. So first look at the problem and then find a time that would reduce that problem area as well. The next question is, how do you deal with overload or academic stress? Actually, for me, I just have to go through all of the stress that I'm doing. So for instance, if I have things that are in terms of academics, if I have to stress about work or if I have to stress about all the clubs that I'm doing, I just need to do the thing that makes me feel stressed to get over it. So for instance, if I have a class that has an assignment due on Sunday, what I do is I do the work on Monday. So 7 days before it's due, I finish the work so I don't have to feel stressed or I don't have to feel burdened. So just really taking that target of what makes you stress and then alleviating that by doing it or by finishing it. That's what I do. And then once I'm finished with it, I just go move on to the next one, or I just relax, which is every time. The next question is favorite study tools. This is a very good question. because my favorite study tool is literally my iPad. I think even people notice that I used to bring laptops before, but now I bring my iPad because it's so compact and it does everything that a computer does without having to bring a computer that's so bulky and heats up like a toaster. I really like using my iPad and I've adapted to it a lot. Some of my favorite accessories with it is using my Apple Pencil and also my Magic Keyboard, which is right over here. I'll have to slap it on so that you guys can see it work perfectly. What the hell? There you go. So this is what I use because it literally is a laptop but more compact, and everything that I do is on here. Even editing, I do my editing on my iPad. I use a lot of apps here and I feel like it's very beneficial for me because it helps me do the work without having to feel stressed about bringing so many things. I have a particular note-taking app that I use, which is Note, which is I will show you right over here. Note has been really good with note-taking. I also use different types of Google apps such as Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, even Google Calendar, because I have so many things that I'm doing. I just need to map out everything, and so I know what to look forward to. But yeah, my favorite tool is the iPad. I also use plain old notebooks, but then I have a problem called chicken scratch, so it doesn't really look good. So everything that I do is I type my notes, I write everything that I need on this iPad, and it just saves and it's more convenient for me. Not sponsored though. Apple, if you're watching this, hit a boy up. Next is, which do you prefer, studying alone or studying with a group? I'm actually just gonna answer this like really quickly. I prefer studying alone. It's just way easier for me and I know what I feel like is my problem area in terms of studying, and so I can focus on it without having any, I'm not saying my friends or anyone that I study with is a distraction, but I'm just saying that I get easily distracted. So yeah. How did you balance school, work, and clubs? I have specific times that I feel like I need to fulfill everything. When it comes to assignments, I always do it at the beginning of the week, whether it be Monday and Tuesday or just Monday. I have this reputation of doing work so early, just so that I don't have anything to feel stressed about in the coming weeks. Literally tomorrow is a Monday, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing all my work so that I can get a head start and also just feel more relaxed in myself. That's the one thing that you need to remember, is you need to be relaxed throughout the whole process of college for you to feel confident in yourself, but also to feel like nothing can stress you out to an extent where you just want to stop. So I space out my time and I also give myself breaks in between. That is the most important thing that I can give you right now. A tip that I can give you is you need to give yourself breaks, because if you don't, you're just gonna run on low battery and then everything that you're gonna be doing is only 20% out of 100 when you should be giving 110%, you know? But just remember your capacity, your capabilities, that you're able to do it, but you need to give yourself time to be able to fully adapt to it and fully give your all to everything that you do. Next is how to stay on task, motivated with assignments, and a heavy workload. Basically no procrastination. Except like I'm gonna say, I definitely believe that you should do your work earlier. If you have the work given to you a week before, just do it. I feel like it's so much more easier to have work given to you earlier so that you don't have to stress about it when the week is actually due. So yeah, just do your work earlier, and if you feel like you are stressed about the workload, you should just definitely cut it up into chunks. Basically, if you have 10 assignments, you should do 2 for each day, and then it'll be easier for you to balance that without having to be stressed. Next question is from my friend DJ. He's basically saying, is it worth it? And all I can say is, yes, college is very much worth it, but it's not for everybody. I must say that. If you feel like college is something that can help you in your career, definitely do it, but if you feel like it's not, don't do it. You're good. Definitely find what you feel is important to you, and then move on. The next question is, what to do when you come across a professor that you don't like? I have definitely had some, not problems, but some conflicts in terms of the courses that I've had, and specifically having classes where I feel like my grade was not given to me, or my grade was not the grade that I was expecting. So what I can say is that open communication is the best thing that can help you in your college journey. And the thing about it is, College is just way more open-minded, and I know we heard about college is going to be harder, the professors are going to be stricter, but that's really not the case. You just have to understand what you need to do, what you feel like you're having a problem is a viable problem, and also just having a solution, which is basically open communication and having that problem solved. You know, if you feel like you can't really coincide with a professor, continue to do the thing that you're doing, just so that if a professor says anything, they can't say anything about your efforts and your passion with your education. The next question is thoughts on AI use. I think it's fine. I think AI can be a supplementary and supportive tool for people. I don't necessarily use it as a boom, I put my work on AI and then I submit whatever AI gave me. That's not what I do. I obviously use it just to help me with ideas, or even just helping create a layout just so I can see what I need to put on a essay, but it's not the end-all be-all. AI is supposed to be supplementary and supportive, not replacing man-made work. You know? I actually really like this question. The question is, what's a misconception about college at NMC? A lot of people might think that, for instance, students who go to the Northern Marianas College, compared to students who go off-island, they might feel like they're not getting the same type of education. But I just do want to say that in the Northern Marianas College, we have quality professors who are so passionate about their work, and they do everything in their power to be able to find a purpose, to be able to help students know their potential, and they challenge their students in a way where it feels like they only want the best for them, and to see them evolve throughout their time in education. And another thing is, we're also accredited by the same accreditation as different schools such as UCLA, amazing schools in the States. So we are doing good, and I feel like NMC is such an amazing place to start your education without having to think about the affordability, without having to think about going into debt, without having to think about having to leave the island and leave your family. You can start smart at NMC, and then you can do everything in your power to transition into that college life that you want in the States. So it's a very great start, and it helps you catapult yourself into higher opportunities. And then the next question is, what are some assumptions that are true about college? It's not going to be easy in terms of the knowledge that you're retrieving or the knowledge that you're learning. Everything that you're learning is going to help you in your career. And when it comes to things like being able to be a good educator or being a good nurse, they do things to help you challenge your mind, but in turn retain everything that you're learning. So that is a very good assumption, that college is never going to be easy. That's the only assumption that I can really think of right now. I don't know about frat life because or sorority life, because we don't got that here. We got Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, but that's not a frat or anything. So yeah. Okay, and the next question is, what classes do you recommend to be ahead with your credits? I feel like this question is in terms of AP. So I must say, in high school, I really feel like it's beneficial for you to start doing AP classes, specifically AP Lit and AP Lang. I think there's also AP Speech, if I'm not mistaken. So taking those 3 courses can help you catapult yourself without having to worry about taking an English course, literature course, or a speech course. It can definitely help you even graduate early or be ahead of everybody. This question is so cute. It's from Riza. Thank you so much, Riza. The question is, where do you get the motivation to keep going? I personally believe that the motivation comes from my family. My mom has been such a supportive part of everything that I'm doing, and end goal is basically just giving myself a career that can help support me, my mom, and my brother. And I just want to continue to find that passion in myself to keep moving forward so that I can have a better life with my family. Also, just, you know, this might sound a little bit funny, but just seeing myself get an A in every course that I'm doing is the most fulfilling thing in my heart. It's because I know the amount of passion and love that I put into each work that I submit, And so I just want to continue seeing those results because it makes me feel like everything I'm doing is worth it. And I can proudly say that it is, because graduating with a 4.0 GPA and summa cum laude, what more can I really ask for? But to also be able to coexist with so many of my student body who is succeeding and trying to give that type of support to the students that I have so much love and passion helping. Motivation will come to you, is what I wanted to say. And then the last question is, on-ground classes or online classes? Also, how do you manage your time while doing lots of activities? I recommend, this is me, it's not particularly you, but this is my opinion. I feel like online courses are a little bit more fun for me. It forces me to learn more in terms of the type of lessons that we're doing. So I feel like online classes are beneficial because I'm able to grasp the concept more because I'm giving myself more time to study it on my own. But I also have the support of the instructor if I ever need help. And they're really good because they always email fast. There's something about NMC instructors that they always email fast. So thank you, NMC instructors, you guys are working really hard. I definitely believe that online classes are very beneficial for me, but I do know a lot of friends who prefer doing on-ground classes because the one thing that you need to remember is you have to understand your learning type. So for me, I learn better on my own, but I'm also a visual learner. With that being said, some students prefer to see a whiteboard and having a instructor write the notes down. So definitely understand your learning potential and your learning type, and that can help you pick whether on-ground classes are better or online classes are better. I just wanted to say that this is in no way me flaunting that I have a 4.0 GPA, or in no way that I'm flaunting that I'm graduating with a summa cum laude highest honor. I'm just saying that everything that I have been doing worked for me, and I'm so grateful because without the support and help of my institution, without the support and help with my instructors, my advisors, the students I'm with, all of my co-workers, I am not able to get any of this if I didn't have them. And it's just so fulfilling that I'm able to see the fruit of my hard work. And so yeah, I think it's really an amazing opportunity for me to continue my education and to have that drive to push myself to newer heights, and that pushes me to continue giving back to my community, giving back to the student population that I serve. And I'm so glad that I have these beautiful bites of life, and I'm so excited to see what else that the future holds. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I am so excited to continue making more college and university content. Please look forward to a lot of collaborations. There is a secret collaboration that I'm working on, so hopefully you guys stay tuned and watch all of my videos. Thank you so much for your support, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you.